This is my 7th presentation for how to draw a house in 1-point perspective. First, always determine your horizon line and vanishing point. They will serve as your guide in drawing a perspective. By the way, the horizon line is based on the level of the viewer, while the vanishing point is where you project surfaces that directs towards to it. And here, I started to draw the porch and the parking area, where these are the frontmost surface of the building or the house that I'm drawing. And it's easier for me to draw from the frontmost area or surface of the structure going to the rear. But always draw first the massing, then followed by the details, like what I'm doing. And as what you can see, I'm basing the elevation of the second floor and third floor from the ground floor so that it will be proportionate. And for this area, I wanted to put some accent wall with the brickworks. After you have completed your massing, you can now put your essential details such as the stairs, the balconies, the windows, and the doors. I also wanted to incorporate vertical louvers, so I put some in the parking area. And I also put some entourage to make the drawing more alive and proportion. I also incorporated horizontal louvers for ventilation, which is located in the eaves. And in my experience in construction, this is really effective to lessen the heat gain coming from the roof. And if you have completed, you can now finalize your drawing with an ink. And I usually use an art line 0.2. And when I ink, I usually start to finalize the horizontal lines. This is easier for me to make my work more efficient and faster. But of course, it will always depend on the strategy you are more comfortable with. And if you have completed inking, you can now choose what medium or rendering material you want to use. And for this presentation, I use a watercolor which has a brand name of Prang. When I render, I always start to paint my background, like the sky and the entourage. But for this, it was not recorded when I paint the sky. And always paint from light to dark. And here, as what you can see, I always put my base color for every surface that I paint. And when I paint windows or glass, I always put some gaps to show reflections. And for the painted walls, I use a harder color for the shadows, and this will emphasize the real color of the paint. And for the concrete ledge or louver, I just painted the shades beneath because I also want to emphasize the white color of it. And I use black pigments for the shades and shadows for the entourage and other surfaces of the building. And for the eaves and ceiling, I put termination lines to emphasize panels of wood. And for the brick wall, I use light green for the base color. And for its texture, I used olive green, yellow, brown, and black, and applied it randomly. and apply some rough texture for the ground. And put some shades for the stairs to emphasize the steps. Then now finalize your entourage. And for the windows or glass, you can also use white ink or correction fluid to emphasize your highlights. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Please support this channel by simply clicking like, subscribe, and click the bell button to be updated for upcoming videos.